Do any of you know or understand what I mean when I talk about conversions in the sense of our business? Your aim in business is to get customers. That's the bottom line. Your aim in business is to get customers. And a customer is somebody who opens up their wallet and gives you some money in return for a service that you provide. Okay. But you can only get a customer once they know, like, and trust you. If they don't know you, they can't use you. If they don't like you, they won't use you. And if they don't trust you, they won't use you. Okay. So your job is to take people who know absolutely nothing about you. That's what we call cold traffic. They don't even know you exist. And your job is to take those and move them through a sequence in order to get to the point where they know, like, and trust you so that they will use you, and then go beyond that, where you build a relationship with them so that they will evangelize for you. We'll talk about that in just a second. So cold traffic are people who know absolutely nothing about you. They don't even know that you exist at this moment in time. But yet, everything you do in your business can affect how you are affected by cold traffic, by a cold audience. So in other words, if you are putting out a whole pile of crap now, right, and somebody lands on your Facebook page, look, I'm only talking about Facebook page now. This transfers to every aspect of your business. This transfers to your website. It transfers to your Google My Business. It transfers to any paper advertising that you might do, any snail mails that you might do, anything else that you do, it transfers. I am purely at this moment talking about Facebook. So don't just narrow it down to Facebook, but realize that that's what we're talking about at the moment. Yeah. So if you're posting a lot of crap on your Facebook page, and this cold traffic, these individuals who know nothing about you, land on your page, number one, you don't know that they've ever landed on the page, but they now have an impression of you, right? And that impression is either going to send them away or it's going to draw them towards you, one or the other. They're either going to be sent away, they're going to go away and go, this isn't the guy for me, or they're going to be drawn towards you. Your job is to make sure that if they are the right person, they're drawn towards you. And if they're the wrong person, they're off elsewhere, right? Simple as that. That's what your job is. So everything that you do on your page now is going to affect that interaction. So don't think just because people haven't phoned you, haven't called you, you haven't met them yet, don't think that you will not have an impact on how you relate to them. You will, by everything that you do across your business. We're just talking about Facebook at the moment. So you need to be aware that cold traffic will be visiting your Facebook page, and your job is to attract the ones that you want to attract. Your next job is to turn those, when they've come towards you and gone, oh, this is the right kind of guy for me, you now need to turn those into prospects. And a prospect is somebody who picks up the phone and says, hey, can you come and do a quote for me? Or, hey, can you come and do a quick job for me, right? That's a prospect. So you've gone from people who know nothing about you to somebody who now knows that you exist. Sorry, not when they pick up the phone, when they are in a position to know that you exist. I do apologize, I'm jumping a step. So now they know you exist. They know that you are a local electrician, that you are operating in their region, and that if they need an electrician, you are a potential, not necessarily the right one, but at the moment you're a potential. Now they know you exist. Okay. The next one is the one that I was talking about, a lead. A lead is one who then picks up the phone and goes, hey, can you come and do a quote? Yeah. Or can you come out and do a small job for us? So you've gone from not knowing anything about you to a prospect who goes, now we know you exist, to somebody who picks up the phone. This is your job as a business owner. It's not just connecting wires together. It's not just pulling cables in. It's not just chasing out walls. Your job as a business owner is to bring customers along this journey. And I guarantee you at this moment in time, many of you are not doing this. You're not even considering this because you're just hoping some work will come your way. Or you know a builder who's giving you a bit of work every now and again. Or you believe word of mouth is the only way to do it, right? How many of you have heard that before? Okay. And you're not putting the effort into taking cold traffic, turning them into prospects, and then turning them into leads. Once you've got a lead, you then need to turn a lead into a customer. You need to make a sale with that lead. And at each juncture, at each stage along the way, you can affect the interaction here. You can affect whether a prospect becomes a lead or whether they piss off and go elsewhere. You can affect whether cold traffic is attracted to you or is repelled away from you. You can affect whether a lead turns into business or goes, that's not for me. This is down to, these are areas you can affect and you can impact in your business. We're only talking about Facebook at the moment, okay? Your job then is to take that sale, the customer, and turn that customer into repeat business. And now, in this context, when I say repeat business, it can be that that customer comes back to you, or that that customer provides you with testimonials and case studies and referrals, or that they bring back other introductions to you, whether it's other family members, whether it's their spouse, whether it's their their siblings, whether it's their children, whether it's their colleagues at work, but that they bring other introductions to you. So being repeat business doesn't just necessarily mean that they come back and buy from you, but that they provide you with testimonials and case studies, referrals, and introductions as well. Okay, that's repeat business. After the repeat business, the next thing that we want to do is make sure that these people become evangelists for us. And what is an evangelist in terms of our business? Well, you know that the term refers to it. It's these religious evangelists in America who are like all so gaudy that it's unbelievable. Well, that's what you want them to be about your business. You want these guys, these type of customers, and they're few and far between, but they can be nurtured and they can be created. You want these to be the people who are talking about you when you are not around, who when they bump into somebody and somebody says, oh, I'm doing a loft conversion, they go, oh, you need my electrician. My electrician is the best electrician. You need, that's what you want. Evangelist spouting about your baby, because that is free advertising. And not only that, it 9 times out of 10 guarantees that you've got the job. You don't have to do the work of convincing somebody to use you. Your evangelists are doing it for you. And the way that they recommend you to their friends and their family and other people that they talk to, and the enthusiasm in which they recommend you, make sure that you're the person that has to be used. Full stop. So that's the journey you need to be taking a customer on. Let me see some thumbs, hearts, and smiley faces if this makes sense to you, guys. Let me see some comments, some thumbs, hearts, and smiley faces if this makes sense to you. And you can affect this journey right across your business in everything that you do. We are talking about Facebook, but you can affect this in everything that you do. The way you answer the telephone, the way your website looks, the way you send out your quotes, whether you care to respond to people quickly or slowly. There are a huge amount of different ways that you can affect this journey. Whether you deal with issues, you know, when you have problems with a customer, how do you deal with them? Do you get all defensive and go, well, we wouldn't do that? Or do you deal with them judiciously and calmly with your customer? Do you communicate with your customer after the job, during the job, while the job is in progress? Do you maintain a relationship? Are you approachable, or are you that grumpy guy who scratches your chin and goes, oh, I don't know about that, love? Yeah, you can affect this journey with your customer right the way along. And all of this transfers onto your Facebook page as well. You can take cold traffic from your Facebook page, turn them into prospects, people who come towards you. You can take those prospects and turn them into leads, people who pick up the phone and go, I need you to come out and do a quote for me. You can turn those leads into sales. You can turn the sales into repeat business, and you can then have evangelists working on your behalf right across social media, right across your business, if you play the game properly. Hopefully that's making sense. So if you haven't gathered it by now, with advertising, it's not just about posting an ad, paying some money, and hoping to God somebody picks up the phone and call you. That's where a lot of people go wrong. Whether we're talking about Facebook advertising, whether we're talking about Google advertising, whether we're talking about advertising in a magazine or anything else, what most people do is they believe, and look, be honest with yourself and be honest with me. If this is you, say so. You know, if you've been one of those people who believe all I have to do is get a shiny ad designed by a graphic designer, put it into a whether it's a magazine, whether it's a Facebook page, whether it's Google, I put it up, I pay some money, I put my phone number on it, and then people should call me. And I sit back and wait for that to happen, and it doesn't happen. And then you wonder why it doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen because you haven't put all of the foundations in place. Now, your whole business need all of these foundations in place. We're only talking about Facebook. And when we talk about Facebook in this sense, what we're looking at is when you put that ad out there and somebody finds that ad, if they arrive into your environment and they find that pile of shit, they're going to go, this person is not for me. But if they find that things are right, then they're more likely. So you've paid for the ad, you've driven the traffic, it's coming to you, but when they arrive, they go, whoa, this is crap. Whether it's they land on your Facebook page and they see, it's disorganized, it's all talking about me, it's all talking about selling. It's got no resonance with them. It doesn't bear any relevance. They don't know that you know them. They don't feel that you are talking to them. All of that will repel them. All of that will push them away. And with some people, that's what you want. But with your ideal customer, you want to be bringing them in. You want them arriving on your page going, this is where I need to be. This is the right place that I need to be at. That's your first step, taking that cold traffic and turning them into prospects. That's where I need to be. And then throughout the journey, while you're then providing them with content, when you're providing them with some interesting stuff, some educational stuff, some informative stuff, while you're doing that, you're turning them then from a prospect into a lead, because now when they need you, they're more likely to go, yeah, this is where I need to be. This is the guy I need to be using.